Hello, my name is Ballesteros. My topic is drug addiction. I'm going to discuss the 5 most used drugs in America. Number 1 is heroin. It is an opiate. It mimics the endorphins, which are pleasure receptors. The pleasure from the heroin, which trains the brain to become addicted. There are over 281,000 people who receive treatment a year in the U.S. In 2003, studies show that 20% users become addicts. Now I'm going to discuss the short-term effects of heroin usage. The short-term effects are vomiting, severe itching, breathing, your heartbeat slows down, restlessness, aches, and pains in the bone. Now I'm going to discuss the long-term effects of using heroin. The long-term effects are collapsed veins, infection of the blood vessels, arthritis, can lead to AIDS, and other infectious diseases. Muscular weakness, reduced sexual capacity, incapability to reach orgasm, introversion, depression, loss of appetite, and insomnia. There are 3 ways that you can use heroin. You can smoke it, you can inject it, and you can ingest it. Now I'm going to discuss the second most used drugs in America, which is crack cocaine. Crack cocaine is cocaine that has been processed with baking soda or ammonia. Crack cocaine interferes with the chemical processes of the brain. It is often mixed with other substances that create toxic fumes when burned. In 2010, there are over 500,000 people that are active cocaine addicts. Now I'm going to discuss the side effects of crack cocaine, which are intense depression, edginess, greatly increased heart rate, muscle spasm, convulsions, paranoia, increased risk of heart attack, stroke, shortness of breath, and loss of appetite. Within minutes after the high, the users experience a come down, and which may lead to severe depression and can even lead to homicidal and suicidal actions if the user cannot find the drug. The long-term effects of crack cocaine, which are permanent damage to brain, severe chest pain, severe tooth decay, and mood swings. Now I'm going to discuss the third most used drug in America, which is nicotine. Nicotine changes the way the brain functions. It imitates calming neurotransmitters. The neurotransmitter glutamate creates a memory loop of the good feelings from nicotine. There are over 50 million nicotine addicts in the U.S. 1 in every 5 deaths nationwide are resulted from use of nicotine. Now I'm going to discuss the side effects of nicotine, which are belching, coughing, heartburn, mouth and throat irritation, anxiety, back pain, dizziness, mental depression, problems with your teeth, heart disease, cancer, birth defects, lung disease, and reproductive damage. Now I'm going to discuss the 4th most used drug in America, which is methamphetamine, aka ice or meth. Methamphetamine triggers the release of hormones like serotonin, adrenaline, and dopamine. Methamphetamine creates a sense of euphoria and gives a feeling of well-being. Dopamine is involved in reward motivation, the experience of pleasure, and motor function. You can take meth by smoking it, snorting it, or injecting it. Chronic users experience severe structural and functional changes, have been found in areas of the brain associated with emotions and memory. The side effects of using methamphetamine are anxiety, confusion, insomnia, and display of violent behaviors. Using methamphetamine can also lead to extreme weight loss, severe dental problems, and skin sores caused by itching. Using meth raises the risk of contracting infectious diseases like HIV and hepatitis B and C. The 5th most used drug in America is marijuana. Marijuana is derived from the plant Cannabis sativa. You can smoke marijuana or it can be ingested. Marijuana contains a psychoactive chemical which is THC. Study in New Zealand showed that people who smoke heavily in their teens lost about 8 IQ points between the ages of 13 and 38. Marijuana affects brain development. When used heavily by young people, it affects thinking and memory, which may be permanent. It can also impair judgment and motor coordination. Marijuana raises heart rate by at least 20% shortly after smoking it. The side effects of marijuana are respiratory problems, coughing, frequent acute chest illness, heightened risk of lung infections. So I have a personal experience with drug abusers. I had a friend which is basically like my brother. We were raised together. We had the same ideal dreams of what we were supposed to be or be like. And he chose the wrong path. He uses heroin now. And all his life revolves around is the drug. All he wants to do and think about is the drug. He literally spends thousands and thousands of dollars every month to continue his habit. I no longer speak to him because I do not want to see him as another statistic. I have seen not only has a drug affects the mind and the body, but it also affects people around you. Thank you.